Hello everyone, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing amazing as usual, and I do have a different video for you guys today. I actually want to talk about my favorite plants. This one's being my favorite Hoya. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so I just wanted to go ahead and show y'all some plants that I'm really loving at this moment as far as Hoyas go. So let's go ahead and get that started. Okay guys, so I do have 5 Hoya right now that have really caught my attention and I'm loving at the moment. So my first Hoya that I am going to show you is one that grew pretty rapidly for me. I did get this in a small cutting, and out of nowhere it just started growing like crazy under the Verena lights. It loved the area, and I've already had to wrap it around a trellis. Now this one has bloomed for me, so I will be putting a photo of the bloom here, and that way you guys can see that, because right now it does not have a bloom, but these blooms on this one is just so beautiful. So here is the RHP. This is a Pubicalyx. I love the variegated leaves that it does have on it, and the bloom is amazing. The blooms on this plant are freaking awesome. I love it because the blooms are really dark purple, and so if you're really into those dark type flower blooms, this is the plant for you. So the variegation on the leaves of this plant is freaking adorable, as well as the leaves themselves. They're really nice. I just like the size of them, and I love the shape and size of the Pubicalyx leaves as well. Okay, so the next plant that I do have here for y'all is the Vitellinoides. This one I don't have on a trellis, which I probably should be putting this one on one. So this one is actually going to bloom for me for the first time. Can you see that one is getting ready to bloom? And I'm excited for this one because I've never had a bloom with the Vitellinoides. Now I love this one, the leaves, because of the veining on the leaves and the texture as well. The leaves are very thick and textured, and I love that about these. Now as far as the bloom, I'm going to find out, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it just as much as I do the leaves. Okay, it is plain and clear that I do have spider mites on this thing, as well as flat mites, I think. Anyways, it was disgusting. This sucker bloomed, but it was beautiful and at the same time gross. So yes, it got sprayed down. But these were the blooms. Now a lot of people do buy Hoya for the blooms, but I absolutely love when I can get a good bloom with a nice leaf as well, because that also attracts my attention. Sometimes I even just buy these for the leaves themselves and not even the blooms. I just wait until they bloom for me and they surprise me with whatever they have. Now I do look up and make sure the blooms don't smell, and which I did hear that the Matilde blooms smell like urine or something like that. I have not had a bloom from the Matilde, so I'm not too sure about that one, but I guess we'll see later on in the future, hopefully. Now back here is one of my absolute favorites as well. This one has bloomed for me. This one is the Caudata Sumatra. I absolutely love these leaves because of the texture and the way that they feel. They have a furry feel to them. The texture is like a furry texture. And then I love the way that they grow. Like they have these like rigid edges to them, if you can see that. And I absolutely love that. They're absolutely dark too. And any kind of dark leaf plant I'm gonna fall in love with, of course. But I love that the leaves do not look perfect. And they have this like just different, like they're just different. So pretty much just like how they're just not perfect, and they have the like jagged edges on the leaves. I love the furry texture to them, and this plant is freaking awesome. They also have a little, I'm trying to get this in focus, they also have a little bit of variegation on them as well. They're kind of spotted on the leaves. And then of course you can see how I had a little bloom here at one point. Let's see. And I don't know, I just love this one. This one's already bloomed for me, like it's bloomed 2 or 3 times for me. I think I had a bloom on it that I had no clue. But yeah, this is how this one grows. I don't feel like I need to trellis this one. I think I'm just gonna let this one grow the way that it's growing. I think it's really cute and different, and I just love that about it. So yeah, and these blooms are the ones that have like a furry look to them. Again, I will post a photo here so that way you guys can see what they do look like. But this is just a gorgeous Hoya. I absolutely love it. I like different and just unique Hoya, and this one definitely hits that spot of what I like when it comes to those. All right, let's put that up. The next one that I do have here is the Crimson Wilbur Graves. That's what I bought it as far as the name goes and everything. It is kind of bleached from the Barina lights, but it's gorgeous, and it does have a little bit of spots of variegation there. The leaves are absolutely cute, thick leaves. And this one does have a bloom for me. You can see that bloom. It's gorgeous. This one has been already open for a while, and it seems to be lasting a while. So I really love that. I don't have this one trellising, of course, but I may or may not trellis this one. It looks like it might need one, but I don't know, maybe it's not necessary. I do have some new growth in there as well. And a lot of my Hoya are going to have to be repotted into some 5-inch pots soon. But that one right there is an amazing Hoya, which is my Crimson Wilbur Graves. Okay, now last one. This one has bloomed for me one time as well, which I was very surprised because I haven't had this Hoya that long, and it grew like, this one grew amazingly fast. I was just like, what the heck? You know, it's kind of like the Vitellinoides. I kind of heard that that one kind of blooms slowly. I mean, not bloom, but grows slowly. And some people have a hard time even getting blooms from this one. So it makes me excited to know that I got this one to grow pretty quickly, and all I did was provide it with highlight and some good fertilizer, and that was it. And just watered it like it needed to be watered. I always water all my plants when the pots feel light, and I can always tell when I need to repot because the pots, I mean, they'll just drink up the water like crazy, and that's what's happening with most of these Hoyas already. So I do know that I need to get these repotted. But yeah. Okay, and last but not least, I do have the Hoya Polyneura. Now this one, I do want to get a variegated one. I usually don't get multiples of the same type of Hoya, but this one I really do. I'm kind of just wondering which one I want. I don't know if I want the inner variegated or the outer yet, but I do want to get one. But I have just the regular Polyneura right here. And I did get this when it was just like a 2-leaf cutting, and it grew rapidly for me. So that made me happy. I was like, holy crap, it must like the soil I put it in or something, or whatever I'm doing for it. But it's still growing for me. As you can see, there's some new leaves there. And then all of a sudden I just got these huge leaves. This one does need to be watered, I can tell just by feeling the leaves. But I just watered it too, so I'm gonna have to repot this one, which, check this out. Look at that, all them roots that are growing at the bottom. And I just repotted this, I swear, not too long ago. But this one has bloomed for me already, so I will show you again the bloom on the screen here. These blooms are yellow. They're just so pretty with like a red in the middle, I think it is, and they're just gorgeous. I absolutely love the texture of these leaves as well. And this is also known as a fishtail Hoya. And they're just, it's so cool. The little, like the leaves and all that, the way that they look, I don't know, even know how to explain But I just love it so much. And a lot of you guys should know that this one is an amazing Hoya. I know that a lot of people do own this one and love this one just as much as I do, and I absolutely understand why, which is why I want to get a variegated one. But yeah, this is my last Hoya that I have to talk about. I do have a lot of other Hoyas, but these were just catching my eye around this time right now. Of course, in the future, I will post other types of Hoyas that are my absolute favorites at that time, because I know things will change over time. And I do want to get some more Hoya, but I just real like, I don't want to overcrowd. So it's kind of like if one plant goes, I can get another one. But right now, I think I am fully stocked. Like I said, I do want to get the variegated Polyneura though. But I am taking my time on actually purchasing that one. But these are all my favorite Hoyas, you guys. I hope they become your favorites. If they haven't already, maybe this will be some that you'll actually purchase for your future collection, or if you have them already, maybe you enjoy them as much as I do. But I absolutely love them. I'm hoping they'll continue to do very well for me, and I can just enjoy all the blooms that come out of these plants. I will be doing a repotting of these guys soon, hopefully, maybe a video, but I'm not too sure. Sometimes I like to repot off camera and just listen to a nice book. But maybe I'll do it anyways and then play some music for more of a relaxing type video. But I do hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you do like my content, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.